fruity
I mean,
stuff.
like Sour Patch Kids and stuff like that.
Good
Or,
evening, everybody. Yes, Sour Patch
Hello.
Kids are great.
Echo.
Yes.
Sorry, I was a little loud.
All
My
good.
bad. I forget.
We were just talking about what things we're going to die from.
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids, because first they're sour, then they're sweet.
Yeah.
Sour, sweet, gone.
Guess that's the best.
Not official promotional material.
Yeah.
Yo, Andrew, what's with this name? What's with this title?
Mm-hmm.
What's the title?
Nothing. Don't look at it.
Oh, I'm going to look at it now.
We're all looking.
Well, we are on the roller coaster that is fall spring here in Oklahoma. 70 degrees, and next week we get back down into blizzard.
Really? What?
Potentially, yeah.
No.
Oh, it's
What?
full summer over? We're going back to third winter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
They're saying if it comes this far south, it could be 3 times worse than the
What?
last Arctic front that came through that dropped us
Really?
to negative like 10 degrees.
Is it like the
I
polar
would-
vortex stuff again?
Yeah.
So when I first moved to Oklahoma, I was told the winters were going to be bad. And I have been so blessed the last, oh my God, I've almost been here 10 years. Oh. And the winters have been very mild. And now this.
Oh, it doesn't look that bad right
Yeah. I'm picking too much. It's a little
Colin's
cold.
like, I'm glad I work inside now.
now. Yo, I've never been that bothered. It's this heat. The heat, suicide, death.
The heat. Yeah, the heat.
Where's Colin? Oh, I don't know, but there's some wet clothes here.
He melted.
Yeah, I gotta get reconstituted. We have a tube and everything they put me in.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
So your moist love and Project Zomboid is a 3. It's like
5, always.
5. Okay. Got it. Is it 5 steps? Is that right? 5? Okay.
No, there's only 4. Colin goes
Okay.
to
Get
5.
4. Okay. Got it.
Confirmed Colin is a water ganassi.
Ooh.
Or evidently a Leonin. You know.
Oh.
What? Or an ice ganassi that takes the form of a leonin that's constantly melted.
That's too complicated.
Yeah.
I'm not. Nah.
You're not that complicated?
Okay, that seemed like a.
Anyway, we should probably get to the actual program. It's past.
Yeah. So this week, big news in Red Dirt RPG land, as Ruffles and Falcor has already put in the chat. TokenCon is this weekend in Oklahoma City. Con season has started.
Ooh.
Oh
So,
man.
Friday night and Saturday, there are shows by Red Dirt RPG, and I am pulling up.
Yeah. Is
our
that is that
lovely-
in the city or is
Midwest
that Edmond?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Midwest, City.
That's right.
Yep. As where this one is. So Friday night at 6 p.m. D&D trivia with the Red Dirt RPG crew. And then Saturday evening at 9 p.m. is Drinks and Dragons, hosted by the none other than the Mark Coffrin. If you have not been, it is a good time had by all.
It's
Absolutely wonderful. The Dice Fairy will not be making it. I have to work.
You're not.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure killed out. But yeah, she's not coming.
Shame.
This will be fun. Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, lots of things going on, but that's the big news for the week. And then also on the YouTubes this week, releasing on the podcast, actually releasing today, was episode 15, Hatching a Plan.
Ooh.
Hatching a Plan. Right. Seems pretty standard. See, what is the description here? Our heroes have gathered information, but all signs point to a wealthy benefactor. Oh, I'm cutting out. Okay, I'm not talking loud. my own.
You just got to put your soul into it, Andrew. You know.
Well, no. What's happening is my own block out the sounds from the back is saying I am not strong enough of a voice to be picked up. So it's
Just
getting
gotta
a little...
believe, Andrew.
And if not, believe in the
Believe
me. Believe in the me that believes in you, that believes in me.
You're not background noise. Come on.
And then Wayfinder Legends. Phalanx for the memories. Phalanx for the memories.
So many good names.
So many
Yeah,
very good- yeah.
they are very good with the puns. On the verge of being overwhelmed by the undead in a tavern basement, the heroes of Breach Hill must find a way to win this battle, or the whole town lost.
Yikes!
Yeah,
It's probably fine.
probably. Yeah, it's
No,
probably fine.
After that last poll on the Discord, I don't know. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
For those
Yeah.
that didn't see, they had a death poll. Who should not die?
Yeah.
And there were several comments of, "There's no option for TPK."
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, terrible.
Yeah,
Mm.
they all deserve death.
Well, knowing most of them, yes, they do.
The
Characters
players
full of
or the
puns.
characters?
Someone call
I
for
plead the
Johnson.
fifth
Interesting.
until I consult with my lawyers. I will not be more questions.
Right. That's probably the wisest decision.
I've already probably said too much.
Andrew, you're getting a
Hey,
phone call. That was fast.
Andrew, you got like a red dot.
Yeah. Oh, does it come? No. Move to the hand.
Yeah.
Players, don't forget to load up Syrinscape.
Yep.
Oh, I did not do that. Thank you very much.
So, all right. So that's what's going on in Red Dirt RPG land. Hopefully get to see lots of people out at TokenCon. I know they're excited for con season to begin, so it'll be a lot of fun. Tim, we've talked a little bit about some of the fun stuff that's happened on Patreon. How can they join that, and what is it?
Yeah. If you go to patreon.com/reddirtdnd, I'm going to turn down my soundscape a little bit. Very cool sounds. But go to patreon.com/reddirtdnd. If you, that's a way that you can support the Red Dirt RPG Network with all the programming and all the podcasts and shows we have here. If you give like $5, you get access to the Discord server that we're talking about. You also get we get the inside scoop and all the stuff going on with Red Dirt RPG. You can answer polls like who should maybe not die from the Wayfinder Legends. But you also get access to the roundtable about 5 days early with the chance to even name episodes on the official podcast. The Patreon version of the podcast also gives you the outtakes at the end of the episodes, which is really a lot of fun. You have also access to possible little minis or t-shirts on a quarterly basis. Depends on what level you kind of join at. But really, even at that lowest level, it does give money to the Red Dirt RPG Network to allow us to go to TokenCon and things like that. So it's pretty much all the money kind of goes to kind of helping us get the word out about Red Dirt RPG. But yeah, that's patreon.com/reddirtdnd. And yeah, head on over there.
What is another way that they could help support if they wanted to?
If you find yourself wanting to support what we do here and have something to show off your fandom, you can go to reddirtdnd.com, the website. Up at the top, you'll see a tab that says merch. Click on that. It'll redirect you to our merch store. There you'll find an ensemble of t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, hats, hoodies, and drinkware. Some of the t-shirts and long-sleeve shirts are emblazoned with Mysteries of Shenanigans Unplugged branding, as well as Red Dirt D&D branding on all of it. And all of that money goes to help us get to cons and come out and meet you fine people out in the wild.
All right. Well, any questions, comments, concerns before we delve into tonight's episode to Save Vyatryx?
I have another C word. Compliment. I think you have beautiful eyes, Andrew.
Oh.
Can you not kill me today?
That is your decision. That's right.
Okay. I'll choose for you not to kill me today.
Done.
Sick. That was easy. That was great.
Hey, by the way, it's tomorrow in game.
No. Wait, does that mean you're giving me a long rest?
At some point.
Hey, cool. Andrew's doing the recap.
All right. Well,
Please,
we are
Andrew.
going to get into thanking our sponsors, Pro Laser Cuts and STWay Gaming. I think one or both may actually be at TokenCon. Haven't seen the vendor list, but they're usually there. A lot of fun to meet the people that are helping out here as well. And then we're gonna come back and have our recap by Simple of last week's episode. Be back in about 2 minutes, everybody.
The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by STWay Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at STWay Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. STWay Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at stwaygaming.com or find STWay Gaming on Facebook.
And we're back.
Righty.
Okay. Very important question, Andrew.
Mhm.
Is it jaywalking or trespassing? What Mel did?
Well, jaywalking is heading across a government-done street, not at the proper safety areas. Trespassing is entering an establishment that you are not supposed to be into.
Yeah, but the doors were unlocked and it's public domain.
It
Mhm.
was not public domain.
Mm. I got to see these
It
guys.
was a private residence, sir.
Okay.
Anyway, last time on Mysteries of Vyatryx, the gang all got back together at the Temple of Eri in the in-between of Druntachin. Zahad finished up his talk with the squids and went and got Teardrop, and then they were accosted by Ulysses, who led them to the in-between.
Led them.
Okay, like flip-flop to the in-between. Like, I feel like led is a much prettier, more succinct word. He schlupped you to the in-between.
You
Schlepped,
shoved me in
that's good. Yeah,
public?
schlepped.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, while the rest of us kind of wandered around the temple that's bigger on the inside and also outdoorsy, and everyone's a beastkin, and there's a bunch of animals, and I never got to find out if I could get a flying snake or not. Andrew. But then we met Ari and started talking to him about everything that was happening in the world with the green robes and the weird tentacle people. And he started talking about his sister, who is his triplet, who he's a triplet with a Roshi. And for some reason, the parasite is a piece of his great grandfather. And the last thing that we closed out on was Teardrop exiting and looking contemplatively over the ocean and promptly chucking her holy symbol into the abyss. I believe that is where we left off, Mr. DM. So she's all yours. Here's the cart.
Wonderful.
Run.
Yeah. So, as Temple elegantly put, as we left off, Teardrop off on the edge of the temple in between, staring out into the ocean, and takes her symbol of Spandanda and throws it out in. Talking too softly. Okay.
Is it clown time? I can get my papers.
No.
Okay.
No. No, you're not showing up on stream, so I can be a little bit louder. Okay. All right. A conversation between Simple and I. He was making sure that her words weren't being picked up on my microphone from behind. So
Understood.
So as we said, she chucked her symbol of Spandanda out into the ocean.
Plunk.
And you all are still talking with the god Ari. And he has just informed you that sister is coming, the triplet of him and Orochi.
And they have no name.
Well, they don't know their name yet. They haven't been
They're not.
born.
Well, I mean, isn't that set by their parents?
Oh, I mean, when's the last time Ari talked to either of his moms? I mean, it's been 900 years. So, schmer.
Almost 1,000.
Yeah, gods are terrible kids. They never write home. They never
This
call.
is what I'm talking about, really. Okay.
They never stop by for free food because they don't need to eat.
Ari didn't give us any information of like where to begin or anything else. She just, hey, things are evil, and then that's where we ended.
We ended with pulling out the parasite from the bag of holding, showing it to him, and him like making it invisible and saying, "I don't want you showing off pieces of my great grandfather." I believe it's the last thing, and we were gonna talk to him about that.
Yeah, I probably should ask.
I guess
It's
that's
not-
right where we are.
It's not invisible. It's gone.
So is that like? I mean, well, I guess
Okay,
we
but
ask
can
him,
he
but-
still feel it in his hand?
Hmm.
Oh. It was confiscated divinely.
Just like TSA.
You don't need that. Yoink.
But also, was Aries saying that, like the people in green and the illithid, are they trying to bring about the sister coming, but other forces are trying to keep the sister from coming? Did I get that right, or no? Was that? I'm not
So
sure if I.
his thing is that the people in green appear to be worshiping his sister,
Okay, that's right. They're worshiping. So,
and
But
that is
if they're
that is
bad
pretty
guys, that's-
much all that he knows at this.
got it. But we know that they're doing some bad stuff.
Well, and it has something to do with his great grandfather.
Which is a Kong. Is that who that is?
And
We
that
need-
since Orochi knows is the domain of time, he would know things that are coming, and he can't tell us or won't tell us.
Because it'll
Right.
affect the time stream. Yes, he's.
I mean, will it? Will it? If we're meant to know, then it's already happened, right?
Orochi doesn't make those choices for us.
Again, this is Colin, not Zahad. How dare not speak so poorly of the deities.
That's okay. Masara argues with him twice weekly.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more because
So I think we're like right there where he just wonked
Mhm.
away my little squid dude thing.
Yeah.
Emissary, it appears I've dropped it. Do you know if perhaps we need to hide it away from Mary, or else it'll be very perturbed with me? I don't see it anywhere.
I'll look on the ground and then I'll start to check through like your rolls that are on your body to make sure it didn't slip into one of the crevices. Because he's checking all the places. He's very,
Yeah, it might have been-
he's very upfront. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
it
needs to be done.
might have been not dead.
Inspiration emissary.
Man, hey, how's your hit points doing, Emissary? Have you heard of the
is good.
spell
You-
lacerate?
You really should
Curious.
watch back here, Zahad.
Prestidigitation. It's fine.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
We're celebrating.
He would never say that to you now, but he
do
would
we-
look just to make sure.
Do we need to roll a history or a religion
never
to
said.
figure out what great grandfather means?
No, I think that's fairly obvious.
Sweet.
Zahad would know it. Melt, you could do a history. Nasara could do a religion.
Okay.
But it's not something that's talked about a lot in Beatrix.
Yeah, 19.
Wow, Melt knows.
Mm-hmm. Melt, you have studied
Melt.
the formations of the deities extensively
Okay.
and the creation lore. Nasara, I would say you also know it. But even then, Kong, the Nothing, isn't spoken about by most people. The common man doesn't really know that.
So, how did a piece of your great grandfather get to Vyatryx, and why is it manifesting in a creature that assumes control of sentient beings?
It's bad.
They're very good
question.
questions, Sarah. I don't have that answer.
Cool.
My lord Airy, if I may, what is it that the gods require of us now, or is this just coming from you?
This is from me, as I have been the lone champion against this for the last almost millennia.
Then you were aware of the Nightfall incident that brought most of this to our attention?
That is an instance where the people in green have stepped up their activity.
We've met them. They are unpleasant.
I'm not sure what they're planning or how they're planning to go about it, but they're in too many places doing too many things at this current time for me to be everywhere. So I've had to pick and choose. And unfortunately, I have not picked the perfect location on several times. Nightfall being one of them.
pardon Nasara while she's like, oh, Orochi, you gotta talk to people, but oh no, you gotta not talk to people because, well, maybe like Nightfall was really bad, but it could have been so much worse. Maybe if he had said something, I don't know. And she's like trying to grasp all the like,
During this moment of silence. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, just all the fractures and the reflections that she saw when Orochi was talking to them earlier, like trying to remember the little details of like, did she see any people in green? Did she see other people in those fractures? Like, which timeline are they in? Who knows?
While we're having this quiet standoff now, just sinking in with the information, Zahad turns to Emissary and whispers, "Emissary, we've been standing for 8 minutes. Can you get my chair?"
Of course. And I'll get out. It'll be the I go in and I think for a second I reach in, I look at Zahad, and I go back in again, and I bring out like the very elaborate, very heavily cushioned chair. But once I
The
get
moment,
that out,
the moment
Oh.
you pull it out,
mhm.
there is a heavy sigh out of Airy as he
Okay.
goes from kind of being upright to kind of more down, and the dust kind of poofs, and chairs appear out of the earth,
Oh,
woven with vines and dirt
Oh.
and flowers and plants, and
Thank
it
you, my lord.
perfectly
Yeah.
fits and contours to each of your
Yeah.
bodies,
It has
In-
me. Ah.
including
I
you,
know-
Nasara, where it gives
Yeah.
you a spot for you to actually curve underneath.
I'll
And
still look at
still be
Zahad just to
resting.
I'll still look at Zahad to make sure to put it back. I'll put it back.
How foolish of you to deny the Lord Barry this great pleasure to host us so kindly.
I of course, Zahad, and I've heard that we've had this interchange before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
but Emissary will stand though. He'll stand.
Oh yeah.
to the right of Zahad, and
So
a little
bad.
behind him. Yeah.
And Airy just kind of nods, and the chair that he made for you just melds back into the ground
Oh,
and back into the flowers of the ground.
Oh,
like
this
it
chair
never
is
existed.
divine.
yeah. I'll just
Oh,
nod it there. Yeah,
Emissary, you'll never know how good this chair is.
that is correct. I am not seated in one. I will not know.
You
I do have a question. Is I have a question. If that is
But of
okay.
course,
Well, what? Yeah, as Marquis Zahad said, what would you have us do? Are we to, if your sister's being worshipped by these green-robed individuals, is she evil? Do we need to stop her from being born or stop somehow? I guess I am not sure of my question, but do we need to stop her from coming about?
Would it behoove us to share this information with the world in accordance for preparation? Naturally, if there's going to be a new deity, the more preparation the major cities can have. I know personally, Abkirk could use with a word, though I hesitate to do that without your blessing.
how is it that the deities have power?
it is their birthright. It is innate.
As far as my understanding of it is, and of course, Lord Airy being a deity, it feels like a foolish thing to attempt to answer this for you. You are power.
Agreed, but in an essence, too, we gain power by acknowledgement, by worship, by being known, each in our own right.
So, in an attempt to prepare for her, we would be only making things worse.
'Tis
Good.
a potential.
There's like a ripping noise, like from underneath of Zahad's robes, where he's been taking notes. Hmm.
'Tis a conundry. Is a problem.
What? To what extent have her Green Cloak followers? What? To what level do their machinations spread out upon us? Are all the issues that we're seeing here in our continent they're doing, or are they just
It appears to be some.
Do you know if they're the cause of the unending storm in Kelabumeg?
They were the initial cause. They are not the continuation issue. It seems they ripped a hole between Drista, Vyatryx, and Spandanda.
And the gods do nothing?
He asks to the god that's petitioning for help.
I said plural. Plural. The.
I know.
Also, I have.
Marquis, how much do you know of the divergence?
That's the term you're going to go with? Okay. Well, I guess it's time for a history check. Excuse me. Excellent. Being as long lived and as actually no, I think this is just a straight history check, right? I don't think I have anything for this. Okay. Well, or is it a religion?
Either or.
Well, my history's better, and I'm a sucker, so history. 9 + 4 is 13. What is my bonus? I don't remember. 24.
You know that the creation of Vyatryx occurred as the gods converged, which was the birth of the birth of Orochi, when time began.
Mm-hmm.
Is Drista and Spandanda are not supposed to touch? There's no direct connection between Drista and Spandanda. They are not supposed to touch.
Getting the idea that these green cloaked people like to mess with the weak points in between the planes.
But the convergence of them, Colin, you know that when that happened, Hurakong began pulling at each of their individuals, and so they retreated back to their planes of existence, also known as the time of divergence, and that they have been battling in their own realms since that point in time to keep them at bay.
Keep Kong at bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
They insulate Vyatryx.
All of those realms technically encapsulate Vyatryx in the middle.
Oh, I see.
So much like a ward around a stone, they're protecting our realm.
Is Endervaros connected to all of this?
Endervaros? Oh, the dragon.
The dragon.
That's right.
The dragon.
Of multiple elements. It's a great question, truly. Do you know of the dragon, Lord Airy?
I do know of the dragon. And know that his demeanor changed.
Perhaps he's infected with one of these parasites.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, dragons are innately knowledge seekers, not destroyers.
See the Guardian. Nope.
That is
Right.
very true.
And just for the audience, and also Colin, Endevaros is a fire water dragon?
Fire, ice.
Fire, ice.
Nice.
Oh, good. So ice and fire are two things that can't mix, actually. That's very interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, so we need ooze
no,
to
no,
defeat him.
Yeah, but if you have a good, like, really strong grass type, or sorry, glass type, and it has the skill Obliviate or Hard
Lacerate.
Head.
Lacerate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just get muck in there.
Was Endevaros one of the guardians of
Nope.
Weak Point?
Yeah.
Everybody's gone. Hold on. Simple.
Thanks, Don. Guys, we have a 15 for a dice roll from Don for the month.
Thank you.
I will use that dice roll really well,
No.
Mr. Mills.
Oh, it could be
For
for anybody. That's right.
15 is us. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to do an acrobatics check right now and use it.
The tie your shoes. There we go.
Oh.
Show on stream. There we go.
Backflip.
Nope. All right. Everybody is back.
Yes.
Endevaros was not a guardian of a weak point.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
No, not that I am aware of. Albeit the Horizon Walkers are an organization older than myself.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I do not know or claim to know all of their secrets.
Okay.
I did not complete my training, as you all know, but generally the Guardian was of one specific element, the element of the weak point. Unless there was a weak point of two elements, I don't see how.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, you could even argue three, since Sidu is the realm of dragons originally.
Yeah.
But I've only been to 4 nodes before, so.
Be that as our.
Oh, and 2 of them were with you, lovely people.
Yes.
Sorry, please go on, Zahad.
This meeting has been good. We've learned a great deal of information that we can't tell anyone else about. But when we are done here, Lord Airy, we will be investigating that dragon. That is our next purpose.
Well, that is part of your next purpose. I have a mission that I plan to give you all. I ask that you protect this plane. To take up the mantle that you have already started investigating, Zahad. But to do it with the blessings of a deity.
Time out real quick. Calling question. So we're all going to be able to wild shape.
And we get to attune to 4 magic items at a time.
I
Are
already
we-
can't.
Are we
Oh,
all
you can't do that.
changed?
That's right.
Are we all changed domain now?
Zahad didn't say anything. I was just calling.
no.
Yeah.
Pardon.
It's
Is
at
this-
this point that Teardrop comes back in. And Airy turns and looks at her. still has tears kind of running down her face as she nods. Says, okay. I choose to follow you. Point. Eri changes once again into a giant rock. The bird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Wrong thing. Yeah. No.
that's a good boulder.
Yeah.
ROC.
Yeah. And stands tall as lightning comes down out of the sky, striking the ground. And a new pendant appears in a necklace form with the symbol of Eri, the paw print. And takes his beak and picks it up and puts it on Teardrop's neck. Says, from this point, you are my disciple. The change you've known will prepare you, as every day is different from the day before. He has now become a cleric of Eri of the change domain. As he
Okay.
turns back to you and looks at you all. The offer stands for you all as well. If anybody wants to pick up a sword in my name. Out of game, he is offering to create a brand new class for the group of adventurers here. He is calling for one of you if you want to be his champion.
I'm spoken for, man. This ain't happening.
The one who would say yes is not here, I
Mhm.
feel. Speaking just as a player who can examine the characters in the game, I feel as if Zahad would not say yes for a number of reasons. The most powerful one being is that the power he has currently, he's earned himself. And he notably was the weakest of his siblings. So, gift horse mouth.
Mm-hmm.
What
don't think-
exactly is this class? Do we get to know? Is it druid?
No.
Domain of
Don't know.
change cleric?
That has already been established. This is the creation of the paladin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, bummer, right?
Too bad we don't have Kieran.
I
Uh-huh.
know.
We did
I
it.
don't think
Achievement unlocked. Paladin got da 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 da.
that's right.
Mm,
Yeah, it's
I
not-
couldn't take it. I don't have the stats for Paladin.
I
Yeah.
can't. I can't take it for moral reasons.
Who
Yeah, I
can actually? I don't know if
I-
any of us can.
No, but I think emissary wouldn't. He doesn't even know himself. He's not going to add ons. I don't know.
And you have
He's-
negative charisma, my guy.
Is it negative charisma? It's not
It doesn't-
negative.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's negative.
It
Yeah,
would-
it's
it-
negative. Yeah.
But here's the thing. This would be like the initial creation of it. You don't have to have. It would be completely changing you
Oh.
because this was not an option at initial creation.
Mm.
Oh my god!
It does not matter your stats. It does not matter what you've chosen. It would essentially in video game characters, this is a full character respec option into
Oh, I see.
Paladin
Oh, I see.
creation. It
Well,
wouldn't
see-
change your rolled stats, but you would get to re-roll all your dice.
Well, we didn't roll, right? We
No.
point by it.
Oh yeah, point by. It won't change that, but your health would change, and you get to
Yeah.
re-roll those dice because the Paladin is a different
respin those points. Listen here. I can't. How am I supposed to explain to Ro that I'm in bed with his brother now? Like, it's not happening.
Good daytime.
We already
drama.
know polygamy's legal here, all right?
I mean, polygamy may be legal, but I feel like it's weird when it's God's, okay?
Excuse me, they did it too.
No,
They did it first.
They're all sisters and brothers, aren't they? Yeah. All from
Well,
Kira.
The other three look fine.
We're good.
You two look bad.
We're
Let
good.
me see here.
it's
Okay.
us.
Okay, so yeah, Dawn says certain doom.
Can we
Are we still
hold on.
streaming?
can we take a rain check on
Hold
this
on.
whole paladin thing?
Hold on.
Dawn says
Yep,
we're back.
Okay, we're back. Good.
Can I?
I would say think about it. But I must go now.
But real quick, before you leave, next action steps after dragon? Do you have anything? Like, I know you said save
Yes.
the
And
world.
what exactly do you want from the dragon? We need, my lord Airy. We require more information before you leave us. I do.
As he
apologize.
turns back into a
Crumbly
statue.
is my lord. Yeah. No, he's a boulder again. He's like
The-
Kirby, you know.
Oh no, he
Uh,
turned into a rock, but for real this time.
Yeah, he just kind of downbeat on Super Smash Bros.
Oh goodness.
This is just a rock right here. My lord Airy, what is expected of us for dealing with this dragon, and what is the end result you wish?
I am unsure, as Tim
Bam!
does.
Well, you better be sure. I've got 2 more I can take out.
He's holding us hostage.
I'll come back.
We've already been dealing with these things, and you have already been dealing with this, so use your own discretion. And I think, Zahad, you already have a plan.
Yes, of course, my lord. Of course, I do. My
I'm sorry,
player
that's
has
Zahad.
no. My player has no idea what these plans are. Of course.
Right? Nasara has a plan. Don't worry.
So
Find dragon, inspect for parasites, remove parasite. That's very obvious.
Remove all scales from dragon. Make sure it lives through the process. Excellent.
Worst comes to
Little
worst,
naked-
avenge
little naked
Kieran.
dragon.
Just a plucked flying chicken.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Wow.
And then Brad turns into stew.
Indeed.
Wrong campaign. You know, Brad
Yeah.
probably would have taken
All right,
the
all right,
paladin.
Brad would
Very,
take
very
that.
well, very well, my lord Airy.
I leave you, but at the same point, when you are ready to go, a door will be made. And then there is a strike of lightning, and he is gone.
I can't see. It was so bright.
So, are we supposed to take Teardrop with us?
I think so.
Okay, goodbye. It was lovely meeting you. Hey, Teardrop, do you want to come with us to avenge your fallen friends, or your brother's fallen friends, or we're gonna go the dragon that upsets you? Are you emotionally prepared for that?
Oh no, Zahad made a grave error.
I think it'd probably be
no,
better.
it's probably better for her to deal with this. I feel
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Yeah. After the problem straight on.
It'd probably be better for her to leave town and go do with us than to try and explain to mom and dad what has just the change that just occurred.
Yeah, they're 1 for 3. And she technically embraced their teachings a little bit
Yeah.
too much, but not all change is bad. Isn't that a Spindonda thing? I feel like that's a Spindonda thing.
Yeah.
It's an airy thing for sure.
Yeah, definitely an airy thing. So Teardrop, are you in an emotionally stable enough place to join us to wherever this magic door that will take us to the angry dragon is? That's what you guys got from that message, right? That's what I got from this message. Of when you're ready to leave, a door will appear.
Well, are we ready to leave?
Perhaps.
I mean,
I think we'll
I do think that, well, oh, where did Murphy go? He
Hmm.
said something about wanting to tame one of the animals.
No, when he turned into the rock, he did that. The wings, remember that? I think Murphy was over by the edge a little. I don't. Oh
into the
no!
abyss.
Just like looking over the edge. Oh my dear.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh, truly, the remarkable thing is I can't see him, and the little man doesn't fall through water, which makes me think he went a distance away.
Hmm.
I can't see him.
I think he has snuck out to go play with the animals. Or maybe he's
mean-
taken some quiet solace to contemplate Ares' proposition.
I don't think. I'll rest my tongue. If I may, my compatriots, let us away. Melt, we should return to your family. Or, Teardrop, do you feel that we should leave now?
Why leave
Because
a place of solace before we are ready to venture out into the world?
simply put,
Perhaps we should rest here for the night.
Teardrop, you make an excellent point, truly. I was just thinking about healing potions.
Hmm.
And because I was away in courts for some time, the money in this bag grew.
Hmm. By the by, did they elaborate on what they wanted me to do?
Yeah, did they expound upon the favor asked? So perhaps we need to
If I
return
recall,
to the
let me look. 1 second. Let me
archdiocese.
look at my notes.
Anyway, hey, Andrew, was that mentioned at all in their little conversation? Do you want to give him a thought bubble?
Thought bubble was, yes, go take care of the dragon.
Hmm.
I believe during the talks, Zahad would have just done his best effort to just make it so that way Melt is clear.
Once the dragon is dealt with, Melt's name is completely cleared.
Good enough.
That was their return favor for letting him in without it being cleared to begin with.
Suicide mission. The best form of judgment.
Only the righteous and just survive.
Yeah, no.
How could you say that about Kieran's wife?
Jeez.
Rude. He was our friend. But Zahad, I don't know if it matters where we stay, but we probably should take a rest. As I look at you, who has been trapped in conversations for 2 days straight, and you have not slept.
It's true. You see my hands, and they're just covered in ink.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Ah, my hands are gone. It was always just ink. I think this divine, calm place would be very good to us. If that's all right, I'm going to look for that druid we were speaking with.
Teardrop looks.
Arachne?
Have already been.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh,
Do
was
what?
that?
Teardrop looks at you all and says, "Rooms have already been prepared for all of us this."
Why does this divine place have rooms? I was planning to sleep out. What am I kidding? Of course I want a room. Show me the way.
At this point, several robed individuals in masks come back out into the courtyard, leading each of you down a different path to a small little kind of shack that is, as it opens up into a small tranquility type garden, and a basically pillow bed. Nice soft, but it's basically on the ground.
It's a bag full of beans.
Not beans.
Come on, beanbag chair? That's hilarious.
Mm-mm.
That's funny as can be. Oh man. Tough
got it.
crowd.
You've got
Tough
a bag
crash,
of
I was
beans
gonna
in your hands.
Where'd I get this?
That's the money.
No, these are gold coins, sir. They're much harder than beans.
Those are Vyatryx.
Yes.
Via trim.
Well, I
Those
think
are-
No,
Zahad will
because
just
no, because Vyatrum is the metal. Yeah.
I guess we'll eat food and then go to our own rooms.
We still have the food from an entire charcuterie board in that bag. It's just at the bottom and no longer on the board.
You have to guess what you want, and I see if it's in there.
Yes.
Give me 3 handfuls. Pull up like a plate.
What? Just random. Yeah. He will attempt it. Does it bring up anything if I just say 3 handfuls? No. I believe there was blood sausage.
Yes, please.
Oh, there we go. Melt, can I get you some charcuterie?
Yes.
What would you like? Don't have a good memory of what was inside the.
I believe there were cucumber sandwiches.
Yes, please.
Cucumber sandwiches. Huh?
Very
Is it in there?
refreshing.
We have dinner. I think it's going to be a little bit quiet, actually.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. We should probably. I mean, you guys probably need more of a meal than the little snacks, right, from the charcuterie board. And I bet they have really good food down here.
As you guys are doing that, there is a knock as some trays of food is brought in. There are salads and cuts of meat that have been prepared. Well,
Interesting.
Thank you.
It's divine. Thank you.
It is defined.
If I may, my compatriots, have we thought about Barry's offer?
I do not need to think about it. I do not want it.
Yes,
Yes.
had you not.
The train gods agree with me.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You're fine, Colin. Please speak to us.
The gods of steam are venting their anger.
Yeah, that's just Ambriel. Don't worry.
Guys,
I
I'm
love
so sorry. It
Ambrose.
wasn't the little thing where we talk. That little microphone wasn't showing green or anything, so I didn't think you guys could hear it. So I was just being quiet.
It's
Sorry.
all good. Isn't it? No, it's good.
Melt, you've been quiet, which isn't unusual for you, but you've been even more quiet.
More disturbed by the implications of god parts being used to.
I don't believe the correct terminology for Kira Kong is God.
Mm,
They are their own name and title.
Excuse me, Sahad and Melt. I I've heard the name, but I'm unfamiliar with Kira Kong. Can you explain briefly what this entity is? Or
Imagine. That may be hard for you. What's your intelligence?
11. Yeah.
No, you're fine.
I think I've heard the stories before. He's trying to get his head around gods and stuff. So his thing seems to be above the gods, but he doesn't. Yeah, I don't think he quite.
I want
Imagine
you.
an empty bowl.
Yes.
Now imagine that the air that we breathe is also absent from that bowl. And the light that we see is absent from that bowl. And the bowl itself cannot contain that which is inside.
There is nothing then inside the bowl,
Exactly.
or
An inescapable absence of being. That is Kira Kong.
that is a difficult concept to imagine. I will have to work. But is it nothing that is something, because this something is, or this nothing is able to act and to has a will of their own?
This is an.
It interacts with the material plane in a way that. Sorry, Sahad.
No, please. You're doing great. Go ahead.
It interacts with the material plane in a way the material plane can process it.
I understand. Yes, okay. With
What
our
were you going
senses,
to
that's
say,
how we. Yeah.
Sahad? I'm sorry.
No, thank you for that explanation.
Something that I believe Nasara has left out. This infinite abyss removed portions of itself. Sorry, the fairy sparkles are going all over around my head. And this infinite nothing, which removed portions of itself in order to satiate its own desires, its own wants, who knows? Those portions that were left behind, eventually, over some great effort, or lack thereof, it's truly hard to know, came
Okay.
into... Please go ahead.
No,
Nope, I'm done. You're good. Go ahead.
they became the deities.
But it's also part of the parasite that infected the node, the protectors. Is that correct?
Supposedly, that is what Ares said.
I shall have to think on this. Thank you.
Does anyone else find it incredibly weird to be propositioned so forwardly by God?
Would it be any weirder if it was another different being of great infinite power?
No, it's still just weird that we just met them.
Aerie was infinitely kinder than one could have anticipated. Though, that I suppose it does go without saying that this is Aerie's realm currently. I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you all in the morning. Zahad stands up by himself and goes to his room.
Okay.
I'm going outside.
Yeah. All right.
Before Nasar goes outside, I'll ask if I could borrow her tiara. Right? Do you still have that? You have your tiara?
Oh, yes. Here.
You mind if I just borrow it for a couple of hours to start?
Feel free.
Thank you. And yeah, I mean, if we're gonna,
Do try not to get into too much trouble.
oh no, I will. Yeah, I will just use it here within the confines of this of my room, and I'll go to. Do we have a separate room? I think we have separate.